Good motto, fair lads and ladies.
How is thee today?
He's feeling great. Thank you for asking. Welcome to today's episode, which is all about literature and
Which is why we were talking about.
that's why we're. Anyways, all about poetry, literature. We've got some fun things planned. Doing a little poetry slam at the end, which is going to be pretty
I'm excited
heated.
for that. I'm excited.
So stick around. But first, obviously, the National Today.
Oh yes.
So today's International Family Day. Happy family.
Nice. Happy family.
Yeah.
You are all part of our slightly entertaining podcast family.
Yes,
So
you are.
happy
I'm even
family day, guys.
wrapping the pod with my jumper today. It's green and purple. So, today's International Kangaroo Care Day. So looking after the kangaroos.
Why have there been so many animal care days? Like
animals
I'm
are
sure,
important.
like every day there's one for different animals.
Animals are important. I don't know, but I guess because we're from Australia, the kangaroos are extra dear to our hearts. And then today's also Straw Hat Day, which is why we're wearing these snazzy straw hats.
I actually like it. I might keep it on there. It also hides my hair for it, so maybe I'll just keep it for the whole podcast.
And then lastly, today is Bring Flowers for Someone Day. So I brought you this little thing I found at home.
Thank you! Oh, it's shedding on me.
It's shedding everywhere. It's kind of breaking.
Let me put one in my straw hat.
So tell me, what is your opinion on English? And we're talking about the subject more than the language. I like the language. It served me well. It's quite useful.
Yeah,
I don't think I could get by without it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
but
English.
The subject. Well, you know how I feel about English, but for since the day I came out of that womb, I've hated English. I don't like writing. I don't like English, and when I was younger, I never liked comprehension because that was the main English thing that we did. Like whenever there were those English random national tests or whatever that you did, it was all comprehension. Hated that. I hated writing. I probably because I couldn't do it. And then high school, continued to hate it, but it became much more harder and it became more serious. So on top of that hatred was I had to struggle doing it as well.
Yeah,
not a good relationship with English.
I'm the same. I hate just creatively writing and just kind of I like the analyzing part. Don't get me wrong. That I don't know why. Just my brain. I love reading things and analyzing and seeing the links. That's okay. But when you get to ask me to write an essay, creative writing, anything, I just cannot. I could talk about it for hours.
Yeah. If it wasn't assessed, maybe I'd do it. If it was something that I was that I liked,
I would never write for enjoyment ever in my life.
Never.
Anyways, so that's kind of English. We struggled through year 11 and 12
English. We
had
a funny relationship with English.
Yeah, so we got along well with our English teacher, but I was thinking we could explain. So from the start of our English class, we kind of climbed the hierarchy.
Oh my god, you're really just going into
We're going to expose ourselves today.
Oh my god.
So, the first day in English, our teacher obviously didn't know our names, but we sat back of the class.
But and there were other people in the class that he did know, and they were really confident, and we don't like English. We weren't very confident, so we were just at the back, just the two of us on our laptops. We're oh well, this is gonna be fun.
We're just gonna be forgotten about in the class.
And then as a joke, we were no, we need to climb this the hierarchy of English class so that we're actually engaged, we're actually in there, we're actually doing something. And then
by the end of year 12,
we
were just
not even by the end. I'd say by year 12, we did a pretty good job.
And we climbed that ladder.
We were the thing that held English together.
We were the comic relief.
We were in the depths of the English.
Good banter with our English teacher.
Yeah.
If he happens to be watching this.
Yeah. But
shout out.
Nice. I will say one funny thing though with English. So I've never even probably why I didn't like it as well, or maybe it's just a whole loop. I didn't like English, so I wasn't good at it, or I wasn't good at it, so I didn't like it. It's just a whole cycle. This one time though, it was in primary school. So when I was at I hate comprehension. Those tests that I was talking about, my parents made me do it for all the subjects or whatever. There was English, science, computer, Anyway, so English I always did bad on. I got credit every time. And so this one time they always presented it in assembly. So we were sitting there, and then they first read out the distinctions and then the high distinctions. So they read out the distinctions, and I didn't hear my name. I was yeah, okay, I got a credit again. But then they went high distinctions. They were reading these people, and then they're Keisha, and I'm and I sat there because I was sitting on the floor, and I was wait, and it didn't register. I'm wait, what? Me? And then they're high distinction Keisha, and I'm Okay, so I got that one. I look at the paper. I'm in the top, like 1%.
Whoa!
My first thought is, did they accidentally take someone else's paper?
That happened to me actually. One time I was getting an award. I think it was for English, and they called my name. They're like, "Oh, Carmen, I think I've spelled your name wrong, but this is you." And on the paper it said Flynn Groves. Who's Flynn?
It was the same thing we were doing at Flynn. You said Flynn.
Flynn Groves, and that was me. Apparently.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Side note, that was funny.
We digress.
Yeah.
But I think one more thing before we go on to our other activities, if we're talking about English, at the time of filming, Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets Department album just came out. I feel like I have to address it, and I feel like I have to warn all the Swifties out there. Keisha's a hater.
I'm not a hater. Like, I like some of her songs, but they're like just the songs that I like, right? I haven't even listened to her new album. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I clicked on one song maybe, like, but I didn't even listen to the full thing. I just clicked on it. I just don't see the hype. I just think the people who like Taylor are just in their own world, and they should just not bother other people about.
But that they're not bothering other people.
They
just,
are.
How have you had someone harass you about
you?
the album?
This morning.
Because I'm trying to let you know about the whole like.
Exactly. Just let me be in my own world without Taylor Swift.
But it's important, right? Because what I found so interesting is kind of like the pop culture behind it. Like I fell into this whole deep wormhole about like all the fan theories and all that kind of stuff. Like the whole Kim K, she's calling her out on the track. Thank you, Amy, and Cassandra's about her and how she like didn't like called all these things before people, and then like the whole Maddie Healy drama.
I'm so sorry, but I couldn't care less.
Like, but it's so interesting.
I couldn't care less
what it made me think of that, right? Is like this is why I wanted to bring it up, is because you know how like in English when we're doing Shakespeare and this isn't like all the context behind it, all that kind of stuff. Like that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with this album, right? Is like all the context behind, purpose, context, values, form, whatever. Yeah. Do you think when Shakespeare came, like when he dropped a play, were people this hype around it? Like they were all like analyzing like the fan theories, so like like the illusions, all this kind of stuff. Like that's what in my mind, this is like the hype that happened when Shakespeare dropped a play.
Probably, and it was also like I actually don't know, but it was probably like I don't know if it was new for his time or if it was just like a change because nobody else had done it before, so it's like more of that.
Yeah, like that. Like I don't know. Comparing Taylor Swift to Shakespeare is a bit like
Yeah. But, Colin, who do you think is better, Taylor Swift or Shakespeare?
Taylor Swift. No, they're different. They're very different. Like Taylor Swift is a better singer than Shakespeare.
No, okay.
I'm sure.
Who do you think their like literary work is better?
Well, Shakespeare, because Taylor Swift isn't a writer. Like
she is a writer.
She is a writer,
songs.
But she's not like a playwright.
No, she's a writer.
But yeah,
she writes songs.
Yeah.
Are you saying she doesn't write her own songs?
She does.
Exactly. She's a writer. So who do you think's the better writer?
Well, I'd have to say Shakespeare because of like the impact.
But, I have to say Shakespeare.
Taylor Swift is still good and she's in her own lane.
That's gonna hurt our English teacher. If you're still watching this,
what?
This is what she's become. I'm saying Shakespeare's better.
I think
she thinks Taylor Swift's better.
He should appreciate the fact that I'm actually appreciating English. The literature behind Taylor Swift, even if maybe it's not conventional English. I'm taking my learnings from class.
That's true. He'll actually probably
and I'm applying it in different contexts.
Yeah.
So
he'll probably be like, well done, Carmen. I'm like, I'm glad to see that you're reaching like your new potential in English.
Yeah. Anyway, so we won't go into the whole fan theories and stuff. That could be a whole nother podcast episode.
That's her ranting to me off camera, guys.
And I'm sure no one would want to
hear
me. I'm not even that bad compared to some. Anyways, let's go into our next thing, which is Shakespeare or Kanye.
Oh.
Whoosh. Alrighty, so Shakespeare or Kanye, how this little game's gonna work is I've got some lyrics here.
Okay.
I'm gonna read them out to you.
Okay.
And then you gotta tell me, do you think it's Shakespeare or Kanye?
Okay.
Right?
Let's analyze. Let's think. Get in the mind.
Count myself a king of infinite space.
But that's gotta be Kanye. There's no way Shakespeare said that.
That's Shakespeare.
What?
From Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 2. Alright, next one.
What? I was so sure that was Kanye.
That I hope this take away from my sins.
Let's think. Sins. Okay, so like Christianity. So like the characters in Shakespeare were Christians, some of them, so it could. Let's say the line again.
Then I hope this takes away from my sins.
Then I hope this takes away from my sins. Does that sound Elizabethan to you?
Up to you.
Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah.
It is Kanye.
Okay, good. Do you know what song?
Jesus Walks.
Guys, I'm in there.
All right. We know your drift. Speak what?
I don't want this to be a trick question, but Kanye?
Kanye? That was Shakespeare. From Coriolanus, Act 3, Scene 3.
What was the line?
We know your drift. Speak what?
Wait, is this like you've taken it from a sentence, or is that the line?
That's the
or
line
is it like
of his
speak
play.
what and then there's something after it, like a
That's
few
a
words
speak what
after
question mark. Like say what?
Say what?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, the way you said it as well, you threw me off. Okay, let's get in the game.
Oh, how can you be so heartless?
Oh, Kanye.
Yeah, that is Kanye.
The song Heartless?
Yep, the song Heartless. Okay. Everybody wants to live at the top of the mountain. Took her to the below. She tried to sip the fountain.
Kanye.
I was going to say Kanye too, which it is.
Oh, what? I know the song, that's why.
On site.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
I feel like I've heard that.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below.
My words fly up. Shakespeare.
Shakespeare? Yes! You're getting into the zone now. You've locked in. So that's also from Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
Right.
See, we didn't study Hamlet. You're giving me ones that I don't know. Drop me a line from something we did do. I'll tell you.
All right. I won't end this high, not this time again. So long, so long, so long, you cannot survive.
Kanye?
It is Kanye.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
It sounds kind of like
the so long gave it away. Like I feel like Shakespeare wouldn't write so long.
Okay. Lord, what fools these mortals be?
Tricky
one.
What fools these mortals be? Oh, I can see both people saying that. Shakespeare.
It is Shakespeare from Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which we did technically do.
Kind of, yeah.
All right. May the Lord forgive us. May the gods be with us.
The Bible. No. May the Lord forgive us. What was the second part?
May the gods be with us.
May the gods be with us. Shakespeare?
Kanye.
No. I felt like some character would have just said that, like, when they're going through some sort of traumatic crisis at the moment.
I mean, honestly, I could see it being in both.
Maybe, yeah,
maybe Kanye quoted Shakespeare.
Maybe
that's how deep his genius
goes. They're more similar than you think.
All right. Me found bravery in my bravado.
Me found bravery. That's not correct English.
Me found bravery in my bravado. Is it correct English? Is it Elizabethan English?
I'm gonna say Shakespeare.
Kanye.
What? What? No. Why would you be saying some weird stuff like that?
All right, and then I'll teach you how to flow. I know what you want to say.
I'll teach you how to flow. I just can't picture anything from Shakespeare saying it, but I feel like it's a trick question, so I'm going to say Shakespeare.
It is Shakespeare from The Tempest.
What? Teach me how to flow.
Can you imagine like gangster Shakespeare with the sunnies?
Teach me how to flow.
Alrighty, so this little segment is unseen book review. So I'm going to give you a book that you haven't read, and you've got to tell me about it as if you've read it.
Cool.
And then you do the same for me.
Confidence is the key, guys.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I went downstairs to like all our kind of older books, and I found this one called The Cucumber King.
What is that?
It's a picture.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. For those listening, it's Cucumber King, and it's got a picture of a cucumber, but it's a bit dodgy looking on the front.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what did you want me to do right now?
Read the blurb. Tell us a bit about the book.
Okay, so this is the blurb. The Cucumber King, everyone. There was a person sitting on the kitchen table, a person about 18 inches tall, looking for all the world like a large, fat cucumber. And it was talking. Perhaps there's nothing unusual about a cucumber, but a cucumber that talks, that suddenly appears in the kitchen and starts throwing its weight about, being a king cucumber, then to discover it's planning revenge on rebellious cucumber subjects living in our basement and expects us to lend a hand in the massacre. It's enough to disrupt any family, and especially ours. And this won the award-winning author, the German State Children's Book Prize. Yeah.
So can you tell me what was your favorite moment in the book?
Basically, when he was... Wait, let me just remember, because it was like a while ago. But basically when he like acted out his revenge on the rebellious cucumbers.
Yeah.
Like the way he did it was just so funny.
How did he do it?
So basically he threatened them all with like,
Yeah.
chopping,
Yeah.
So he was gonna send it to like, the human people to just get decapitated.
To make lunch.
Yeah. So it was like it was pretty funny because like, oh my god, like that happened in real life, but it's like a cucumber. So yeah.
Yeah. So do you think it's actually like a comment on?
No, genuinely. So basically, this is where my English brain is coming, guys. So basically, the cucumber and the king cucumber. This is a commentary on like like the French Revolution, how you had like the monarch, and then or like and then or like any revolution really, and then like the rebellious little peasants, and then and then you have like the monarch trying to like kill them all, whatever, and then but the rebellious people want to like come back. So it's a comment on that. It's a what's the word? Allegory. It's allegorical text, basically.
Wow, so it's really deep. And can you tell me about your opinion on the character Wolfie? What do you think about Wolfie?
Wolfie, I didn't like Wolfie, if I'm being honest.
Really?
I think he kind of spoiled the story. Like I think without Wolfie, it would have been more unique. With Wolfie, it made it like just like a repeat of history, but without Wolfie, it would have made its own book.
So you think it would be better without the family's son who discovered the cucumber?
Yeah, because because if you think about it, sorry, you just thrown me off because I feel like you're attacking me right now. It's my opinion.
I'm sorry.
It's my opinion, so you shouldn't be saying that. But like, I just think you don't need someone to be that character to like
you think it should have just focused on the cucumbers?
No, I just think you didn't need to have someone like be the link between family and cucumber. I think it should have just been there. Like let the audience wonder for basically get the audience to think for it themselves. You don't have to spoon feed the audience everything. Let them think, oh, how are these people connected? You know what I mean? So I just think
a bit ambiguity.
Yeah.
All right, and then I had this review of the book. I just want to get your opinion on it.
Yeah.
So this person goes, okay, so I suddenly remember this book and realized that there was some heavy stuff in there with discussion of patriarchy and autocracy, legitimacy of divine rights of the king.
I told you.
None, that is. How absolute power corrupts absolutely, and all that realized that it was told through the eyes of like 12-year-old kid, and it was so seamlessly weaved with all his thought and worry in everyday life, like swimming practice, math homework, and hanging out with friends. There was some good storytelling right there. Yeah.
I agree with that review. I agree. That's like pretty much exactly what I'm thinking.
Except she
said the word.
He liked the 12-year-old kid.
Oh no, okay, not that bit. I liked his like comment on the book. I stand with my own thing about Wolfie.
Yeah.
Just
annoying kind of kid.
Yeah, I just don't think he was needed. Other than that, I agree with the comment about like what the book is about and what it meant.
Yeah, and so can you give us just one sentence about why you should read this book?
Because cucumbers, I know what you think they are.
Okay,
thank you for listening to my
well done.
I highly recommend this book, like 5-star rating.
Whoosh.
Okay, so basically, my book now, right? Mm-hmm. So this is one of like the most like my favorite books that I've owned. It's like a childhood one. Like I forgot that it was there, but like I love it so much. I actually quite enjoyed reading it. It's got good plot, good characters. It's well written. It's a timeless and cultured piece of writing. Milk Rice. So this is the sequel as well, as you probably have.
Of course.
I'm guessing you've read the first one.
Of course.
Yeah. So you read the sequel. So
Stories for children. So like, obviously this is kind of reflective of her reading level at the moment. So
I said I read it when I was a child.
She's gonna.
Can you just like read for me the top little bit of the blurb?
Top little bit.
There's like a little
A bear with a frightening name, a cat who is a dictator, a water drop that travels the world, and a miner with a wonderful gift.
Okay. So can you just tell me which of the stories were your favorite?
I must say I love a good dictatorship. No, actually, that was a joke. Yeah, I'd say the cat, the dictator. It was very insightful. Like how you were saying, like there's definitely anything like the allegorical kind of thing with your book is that's what I feel.
No. And what was the hidden meaning? Because I also found that there was like a bit of like there's a hidden meaning behind it. So what do you think the hidden meaning is, and what did you take out of that? Like what did you take away from after reading
Yeah, well, obviously the cat was like kind of, rude, bit of a dictator, like no one really liked the cat. And like, that's kind of reflective, like cats are a bit, standoffish, their own kind of person. So it's really encouraging unity and, being kind to others, including others, and, working together towards a common
The
goal.
dictatorship?
Well, like through the dictatorship showing what's not good.
Yeah. Why do you think they used a cat? Is there any particular, or just
because cats usually aloof. They kind of like standoffish, and so cats kind of they live in their own world, and that's why they were like dictating, bossing everyone around.
Yeah. Did you prefer the first book or the sequel?
I must admit, like obviously the first one's the original, so usually it's better. But I'll say the sequel definitely didn't disappoint. I feel like it added to the first book.
Yeah.
Really like completed that kind of whole world.
And I just got some quick questions because like I can't really remember these, so I just want to check it.
Yeah.
What was the cat's name?
Cat's name was George.
Okay, yeah. And then was Bunga shot to death?
Bunga was shot in a kid's book? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Maybe, illusions. But...
And how did you feel about Lunga the leopard having an iPhone at his young age?
Well, I mean, personally, I didn't get an iPhone until I was a bit older, so, I don't think it was encouraging the right ideas for the young people, but,
Okay. And then just some final statements of reflection, because I think this is a really important book that I think you all have to read that. Like,
well, maybe give it to your friends who are under 5.
Why do you say that?
Because
why don't you think older people can read it?
Because it's very much.
Do you think 5-year-olds know what a dictatorship is?
Well, no, but it's very much aimed at the younger demographic, I feel.
Okay. If you could ask the authors one question, what would it be?
Probably just why. Yeah,
just, why?
Just to know the thought process behind.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. And what are you taking away overall after reading this entire book? After reading all
the stories? Well, I mean, it was interesting because like they kind of didn't really like they helped each other like give you a bit more of a broader understanding of the world. So I think just be open-minded and think about things critically, and just kind of know the book.
Yeah.
Just remember it.
Yeah. Nice. Now I'm gonna read you some bits from the book because basically I don't know what this is from Sri Lanka. Someone gave this to me.
Yeah.
I haven't read it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Funniest thing ever. I literally last night I flicked through it and I'm like, so firstly the cat, what the dictatorship, his name is Hitler.
Oh my gosh!
Hitler made friends with the village fishermen in no time.
Oh my gosh!
Even though Hitler was proud and moody, he was in a good mood.
I was joking, but I was right.
Literally, Hitler the cat is the name of the sub-story. When Hitler was brought to our house by
so it's historical fiction.
I don't know. And then Bonner or something. When I asked when he was shot to death, there was somewhere he was worried that there was a gun. It said the word gun.
Oh my! Don't read this if you're 5 years old. Exactly. This is 18+.
It was like Ugly the elephant, and then this
Ugly the elephant. That's harsh.
And then there was that leopard who had the iPhone. Sorry, I'm keep going back to Hitler. I'm trying. Oh my gosh, this is okay. So this literally says stories for children, right? Let me just read you this. Okay, maybe it didn't say gun, or maybe that was on a different page, but I found this. It was like something. Oh my gosh, you're very important. Blah blah blah. So that first one and then the other, and then you can do a small climb on that tree nearby so they can take shots of you. I don't know whether that means like
pictures.
Photos. And he's like, we don't want to be shot. We don't want to be killed. Bing and his friends clutched each other in fear. No, you idiot! On the ground. I meant camera shots, not gun shots.
Oh, good.
This is a story for children. What is this? And Hitler, I'm
Hitler the cat.
I just flicked this.
I prefer George.
This is not what I thought it was. Anyway, took me by surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you can take those recommendations.
Yeah.
Cucumber King and Milk Rice too.
Milk Rice too.
So yeah. Get reading. Okay, we're back. Final segment. I'm so excited to read you my poem. Okay, so we both have written a poem, Poetry Slam. Just how poetry slams work, right? Is so it's like more theatrical poetry. It's supposed to have no props. It's just kind of like the presentation, the delivery, and you're going to engage the audience a bit more fun. Not really strict poetry. And one thing they do is they snap instead of clap. So I thought, I don't know why.
Like the audience?
Yeah, like they like when they like something, instead of clapping, they'll snap because I think it's less disruptive or something.
Okay, yeah.
So if you see a poem I like, or after the poems, we can just do some snaps. So yeah, Keisha claims she's a literary genius.
I'm a literary
and
genius,
she's like
and
actually
you'll
done something here.
I'm like on par with Eminem, guys. I'm not even joking.
But like, I like to say that mine is actually like really good.
Okay,
like it's really creative, it's really deep, and I think it. Yeah, you'll just see.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna go first.
Okay, go. I'm so excited. All right.
It's no secret that English and I don't get along. I mean, it has its uses. Don't get me wrong. This subject is dead. R.I.P. Queen Lizzie. So let me lay it down for you, like Drizzy. English, you trippin' with your grammar rules. Got me feeling like I'm back in school. Your spelling's like a maze, can't find my way. Silent letters lurking, just here to play. I mean, seriously, what's with bow and tough? English, you're rough, man. That's enough. English subject, what's your deal? You got me spinning, can't keep it real. Dissing you now, it's time to reveal. You're a hot mess, can't even conceal. Yo, check it, let me spin some truth. About this school subject, it's long in the tooth. English class, what's the deal with you? Analyzing Shakespeare like it's something new. They say it's literature, classic and grand, but I'm just sitting here not giving a damn. Old English thou art, wherefore art thou? I'd rather vibe with Drake, bumping beats out loud. English class, you're so passé, analysing sonnets day by day. Shakespeare's cool, but can we sway to something relevant in a modern way? And don't get me started on creative writing. Penning essays, man, it's so unexciting. They say be creative, but I don't want to explain. That peel paragraph format is extremely lame. I'm supposed to spill my soul onto the page, but all I feel is this creative cage. Writing prompts, they're a bore. English class, you're such a chore. You claim Virginia Woolf did something new with Mrs. Dalloway, but I'm here trying to work out if it's Shakespeare or Kanye. To be or not to be, that's a Shakespeare spree, but Kanye's flow is the real OG. Mrs. Dalloway or Yeezys, which one's the truth? English class got me feeling like I'm stuck in a booth. Dr. Dre, moving on to the next episode. Talking about English makes my brain want to explode. Classics novels, they're all the same. Dull protagonists, plots just plain. Can't relate to stories from ancient civilizations, you can find me in the club living with the modern nations. And before you get started on why I'm writing poetry, if the English subject is something so abhorred by me, I didn't sit for hours trying to write this little ditty. I give all the credit to ChatGPT.
Yeah. The modern way. Is that all ChatGPT?
Well, some of it was me.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's good for ChatGPT.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
But ChatGPT, no.
No, yeah, that's what I thought. But like
ChatGPT. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole concept behind my poem is it's a diss track on English.
Yeah.
Oh my
god. Okay, wait. Mine's actually really similar.
I was scared that we're going down the same route.
But I wrote mine all myself, and I'm really proud of it. Okay.
All right, I'm so excited for this.
Okay. I'm surprised that ChatGPT did that well. Did it make all those references as well?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Like I kind of
pretty good. Yeah.
I was prompting ChatGPT.
I'm actually like really nervous to say this right now. So just like clap if you hear anything that you like. Okay?
Yeah.
Slightly entertaining. A tale of two friends who do their own comedy and ride till the end. Keisha, amazing, cool, and fun. Funny, smart, flaws little to none. Okay, maybe I have slightly boasted, but the other friend? Oh, she's about to get roasted.
I knew it!
Call her a dud. Call her a nerd. Lame, boring, so many words. Okay. Carmen, with no sense of humor, a sad, no fun path for your future. Your jokes are bad. They drive me mad. You may be older, but that maturity is sad. The audience is gonna think you're a bore. People don't want the lame. Just give them some more. Personality at an all-time low. Brain speed at an all-time slow. You can't even drive yet. Yeah, I can't say you're not fast. My car carries you as a passenger as much as I carry this podcast.
Oh.
Nothing interesting yourself. You steal all my niches. Hey, Carmen, that's cool. Yeah, that's because it's Keisha's.
Whoa!
Academic prefect? More like antisocial reject. No friends at school. In no way cool when a maths teacher is who you went to talk to. Mantos, mangroves. She doesn't like mangoes. Weirdo, freako. She does like feet though.
Whoa!
Knitting, bingo, grammar-like role. Learning technology, her one main goal. With lawn bowling, 50 styles she stole in a retirement home with that old soul. Oh, and dragon boating? Where's that gonna get you? I suppose with that ostrich run, that's all that you can do. But I count more freckles on your small little face than people who do that sport in the first place.
Whoa!
I've thrashed you in my little sweet jam. I'm sorry, not sorry, as I end my poetry slam.
Damn!
I didn't get any clicks!
I'll leave then. You're not getting any clicks from me. You know what's the funny thing?
Oh my god, yes!
I was like, should I diss Keisha in my poem?
No,
I was going to.
Oh my god! But when I was writing, like, did you like?
I think I might not return.
My car carries you as a passenger as much as I carry this podcast.
See, it would be funny if it was true.
It rhymed. You can't even drive. I can't say it up fast. My car carries you as a passenger as much as I carry this podcast. And then I was really proud of myself on Manto's mango. She doesn't like mangoes. Weirdo, freako. She does like feet though. It sounds better when it's fast because it's like poetry. But yeah. Well.
I think I've just been destroyed. However, I would like to say, contrary to you carrying this podcast, I have an idea which...
Okay,
most of the ideas on I would like to say that.
For what?
The podcast. You can't deny that.
Fair enough. But I carry the funny bit. As you can see here, when I had the better... But I'm keeping this poetry.
No, let me finish.
Holy grail.
Hey, let me finish. I had an idea that we were going to do diss tracks, which is why I didn't diss you in my podcast, in my poem.
Well, I've already done this diss track, and how good was that?
You know, you might have to save that for that podcast so we can actually put it to some music.
I'll put it to some music, yeah.
I think this is a sign that we need to get.
Did you like it? Well, literally, like, I didn't hear many clicks from you. Well, I clicked in yours. I don't know why you didn't click in mine. You didn't like it?
Yeah. My poem was about, like, the truth. My poem was accurate. Was truthful. Yeah, so I was just waiting for that.
It was from the heart. Anyways, so that was my poem. I've been holding that in all week.
Well, save it for the diss track episode.
I was writing.
Save it for the diss track.
Save what?
The poem.
The poem. I will.
Yeah,
I'll leave it on there. I was writing and I was like, oh, I cannot.
You know what? Because now I know the poem. Now I can listen to it when my diss track comes.
No, you can't.
Girls
steal
getting
it.
slammed.
You can't steal it.
No, now I know the standard. Now I know the standard.
I was the OG. I am the original. I am the setter of.
You can't have an original diss track.
Yes, I can. This is original.
As in, you created it for me, but mine will be original for you.
No, as in the original of this podcast. As in, like, I am the OG. I started this. That was gold.
The fact is, though, I wrote that on the planning document, like,
no.
At the start of the podcast.
This was gold. My poem. It's not a diss track. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a poem. It's a piece of literary genius. Literally, like, I don't like.
Save it for the booth.
This is beyond.
Save it for the booth.
I'm coming after Eminem's job. I'm not even joking.
Save it. This is war. This is a diss track war. You know what you started? You started with simple poetry, and now you started a diss track war.
Whoopsies! This is where my mind went first. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's not a diss track. I'm just, like, speaking from the heart, you know?
Nah, this ain't over. This ain't over. Girl, you watch your back.
This is DJ Cumin and MC Key signing out. Good night.